a little bit about my favorite metal albums and what albums in particular influenced me growing up. I'm 40 years old and I've been collecting music since about 1987, and I'm Ryan Leno from Minnesota, USA. So my evolution started with cassette tapes, and I do have some of the cassettes that I started with that I want to show you. Here's one example, Quiet Riot. You can't forget about Def Leppard, High and Dry. AC/DC, Who Made Who. Poison, Look What the Cat Dragged In. Twisted Sister. These are the types of albums that I had when I was a pre-teenager. By the time I was 13 years old, I started playing the guitar, and some of my friends showed me these albums here. Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls. Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz. When I heard Motley and Ozzy, that is when my metal evolution truly began. From some other friends, I learned of Anthrax, State of Euphoria, probably my first thrash metal album I've ever heard in my life. Also, their older brothers got me into Black Sabbath. By the time I was 13 years old, I was jamming on the guitar and playing Sabbath riffs. Fortunately, my guitar teacher was an excellent teacher and had a great taste in music. He showed me how to play a riff called Torn to Pieces and told me about Death and Morbid Angel. And I went out and obtained this CD, and this is my first death metal album that I ever heard of. It's the first album that I purchased, and I own it to this day. It's the first edition, and I bought it at a pawn shop. Excited, I told my friend about it, and we were in 8th grade at the time, and he went out and bought stuff like Cannibal Corpse, Deicide, and more Morbid Angel. From there, I spun into a total death metal kick, along with stuff like Metallica, Megadeth, more Motley Crue, and Ride the Lightning. These two tapes I pulled out because these my mother bought for me at a local Kmart and Shopko when they came out, and I said, "Mom, will you buy me this Metallica tape? I heard they're really good." And she bought me the white tape, and I endear it to this day. In 1991, I bought my first CD, and it's the Metallica Black Album. From there, I collected thousands of CDs. These albums here that I've displayed already, from Death, Morbid Angel, Black Sabbath, and Metallica, are definitely my favorite to this day, and the ones that I started off with. There came a time in my life in the early 90s, after exploring much more death metal from this compilation right here, and this Death's Door, and this In the Eyes of Death compilation, I learned of this. This is the Blackened compilation, Volume 3, and this is one of my favorite albums of all time. It's just a beautiful introduction to Mayhem and Dimmu Borgir and the Scandinavian black metal. And in about 1998 or so, I switched from Black Sabbath, thrash metal, and death metal and explored black metal. To this day, I collect music, and my primary collection is consisted of black, death, and thrash. Those are my favorites. I love traditional heavy metal, including Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, King Diamond, Motorhead, and my favorite stuff to do is talk with my friends and explore the underground scene in metal. As we know, it's a diverse scene, and you can start anywhere you need to. That's where I started. Thanks for watching.